Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm John. I'm with Boss, and today we're talking about the Waza Tube Expander Core, which is a brand new product from us that we're really excited about. This is going to be a product that tube amp lovers all over the world are absolutely going to love, and in my opinion, a must-have if you own a tube amp, especially the older classic ones that we've all come to know and love. So, right off the get-go, one of the things we run into with those old tube amps that we know and love is that for them to really give us that magic that they're known for, they need to be up most of the time at a volume that's really loud. That's where you hit that sweet spot where the tubes are talking to the preamp and the power amp are working together, going into the speaker, and everything's doing this dance that creates a sound that we love. So problem with that, of course, is you have to get to unreasonably loud volume levels for that to happen, right? So this Waza Tube Expander Core is designed to help with a lot of those common problems that you run into when you own those awesome tube amplifiers. Number one problem being volume. So what we want to do is take that amp, crank it up to where it's really cooking and singing and we're getting that master volume up, the tubes are working and doing everything they're supposed to be doing, and we want to be able to bring that down to where we can work with it and we're not getting yelled at and we're not hurting people. So for that, I have different volume level controls over here. I have 100% control over what goes to my speaker, over what goes to front of house or my DAW, or it maybe even for late night practicing, what goes into my headphones. So I can completely do silent practicing with my amp cranked up as loud as it'll go, but yet not bothering anyone else. All they would hear is your strings. So we really have ultimate control, and the fact that it's a reactive load here is a really big deal because passive loads don't treat that signal the same, and as you turn the amp down from being loud, you lose a lot of the bottom end, the top end, the feel, the response, and the sound starts getting very thin and not fun to play. But with our reactive load, it's going to keep all the dynamics and feel and richness that you get from the real amp going into real speakers. Now, its big brother, the Tube Amp Expander, actually had more controls than this, so one of the great new features of this is we've made it easier to operate for people that may be a little shy of having too many things to dial in or too many choices. This one here, 2-button reactive load. Basically, you choose your combo, you choose your stack, whichever one you like, and one of those two is going to fit your rig, and that's what you run with. So we made it a lot easier to operate. Over here, we also have our different rigs, so you have up to 10 preset rigs that you can select or write yourself once you've customized all the settings. Over here, we have an air feel that I'm actually going to demonstrate for you in just a moment here, and that gives you like a 3D spatial sound, so you have that cranked amp in the room vibe going on here. Okay, other than that, we have some other new features here, which are going to be up on our editor. The original Waza Tube Amp Expander, you were able to edit through connecting it to a PC. This one you can go one step farther and even add the optional Bluetooth accessory to it, so that now you can use your iPhone or iPad at a gig and be able to have the controller just like this out with you, and that's also new to this product and different from its bigger brother. As you see the signal path here, I have my input on the left, and going towards the right, I have my effects loop. So if I have my own special effects, choruses, flangers, phasers, anything that you may have spent a lot of time and money collecting and want to use as part of your gig, I can put them in the loop and turn this on or off as I want. And I can make that part of the preset, so it saves the setting, whatever that is. As I keep going, I have a built-in compressor that I could take advantage of with a couple different settings that I can use. I have a built-in delay that I can use with multiple settings here. All your meat and potato stuff that you might need at a gig. I have my reverb setting here. Once again, all the most common stuff that you find yourself needing. And then you notice I also have 2 signal paths. This one is going out to my speaker, and it gives me a completely separate EQ that I can make my speaker exactly the way I want it without messing up what's going to front of house, which is this other signal path. So now down over here, this is where I have my cabinet simulation going on. I have a separate EQ so I could give front of house exactly what they want to be happy. I'm getting exactly what I want to be happy. Everyone goes home happy at the end of the day, which is what we want. Now let's go a little deeper here and let's go into that cabin mic. And you have a good couple choices here. I'm going to switch back this way. So it comes with built-in cabinets that we've made ourselves. You have everything from a 412 going down all the way to a 1.8 speaker, all kinds of different options based on the kind of sound that you want. We have different mics that we can choose and layer them and stack them together, so 2 different mics going together. I can position those mics either here or over here, depending on which one you feel more comfortable with. Over to the right, I also have another feature, and this we'll play with in just a moment. This one's called Mix Assist. And what this does is it sweetens the mid-range, clarifies the mid-range, and gets rid of some of the unruly top and bottom that might not complement a guitar in a mix, especially if you got the bass and the drums going on. It might get a little woofy on the bottom or a little too brittle on the top. This one button helps the guitar sit right where it needs to be in your mix. And especially for guys that are non-technical or might feel intimidated by using parametric EQs and things like that, this is a godsend. They're gonna love it. So, air feel on the bottom. This is another new feature unique to the Core, which is based off the same kind of spatial technology that we used before in our Waza Air headphones, which gives you that 3D space going on when you have an amp in the room. Now you can get that through this system as well. Also unique, not on its big brother, but available here if you like. And I think I've gone through most of them. The only other one remaining, if you're an IR guy like me, you probably got mad at I haven't said anything yet, but boom, we have 64 user IR slots for you to put all the IRs that you've collected and that you know and love. And if you're a Boss fan, you may notice also that I didn't have to open up a separate piece of hardware. So the IR loader is integrated into the editor now. Makes your life a lot easier. And of course you have some other stuff available here in the menu, but we're going to go back to the editor here, and if it's okay, let's spend a little time actually getting some hands-on and listening to the sounds, if that's all right.